Hello, a happy new year, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be walking you through how to plan, design, and make your dream wardrobe for 2025. My name is Alexandra, and I am a professional fashion designer, pattern cutter, and creative consultant. And if you are looking to feel excited about your wardrobe and design and create pieces you love to wear, then you are absolutely in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to assess your existing wardrobe, how to define your unique style and aesthetic, and of course, how to plan a year-long sewing roadmap so that this time next year, you're going to feel great in the clothes you create. And so over the course of 3 easy to follow steps, I'm going to help you approach your wardrobe in a completely refreshed manner because not all wardrobes are created equally. And so I want you to consider your lifestyle choices, your preferred fabrics that you wear on your body, colors, your personal style, and the needs that you personally have out of your wardrobe. We are going to be going through step 1, which is design and visualization, step 2, which is planning your projects for the year ahead, and step 3, which is fabric selection and preparation. I'm then going to be giving you a bonus step for you to really kickstart 2025, because what I'm about to share with you is going to be the first, most simple yet powerful way of kickstarting your dream wardrobe to design, plan, and make it one to remember for 2025. And of course, we're going to be wearing these garments for years to come. This isn't a kind of one and done thing. All of the tips and techniques I'm going to be teaching you in today's video can be rinsed and repeated for years to come. Now, step 1 is all about visualizing and designing your ideal wardrobe or closet, wherever you are in the world. But one thing that can often be overlooked is our starting point, what we already have. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to run out and design and create loads of pieces from scratch. A sustainable alternative is to shop what you already have, but consider your existing closet. Shop your wardrobe. So I want you to start by analysing where you're at, including your current lifestyle, your current activities that fill your calendar and schedule, what you need from your wardrobe. I personally live on a farm. I have horses. I'm in a stable most of the time. If I'm not on a stable, then I'm working from home. I'm very seldom out in a corporate environment. I'm very seldom out at a cocktail bar or anything like that. So whilst these really alluring, tempting, beautiful garments, such as your cocktail dresses or your fancy tailored jackets and blazers, can really tempt me, especially as a creative and a sewist, realistically, I don't actually find myself reaching for them time and time again in my wardrobe. Now, members of the DPL Atelier, which is my high-value, low-cost fashion membership, will know that the first thing I get anybody to do is conduct a wardrobe audit. So take stock of what you already have, but ask yourself some really important questions. There is as much power to be had from understanding why you love something as there is in why you don't. So what should you reach for time and time again? Do you have an influx of blouses and not many skirts? Do you have a ton of fancy dresses that you never actually seem to find the occasion to wear them to? Take stock of what is going on. And so I want you to identify missing pieces, potentially things that don't fit anymore, or silhouettes and style lines that you have evolved away from. This is what I love about fashion. Personally, as I'm growing older, this is literally my wardrobe, by the way. As a fashion designer, this is all I kind of own, and there's 2 drawers down there. That is honestly about it. But I'm very, very conscious of what I choose to add to my wardrobe. And again, these kind of secondhand vintage sites are also quite good for you to have a spring clean. But conducting a wardrobe audit is not about keeping a keep, bin, donate pile. That's a whole sustainable issue I won't be jumping into today. This is all about you planning, designing, and making your dream wardrobe. But it is just about spotting those gaps and spotting the potential for what you might wish to sew moving forward. Because we've all been there when you are scrolling on Instagram and you see some amazing creative out there in the world that has sewn up a pattern that you might love the look of. They might even have the same proportions as you in terms of bust, waist, and hip. And so you think, yeah, I'll sew it up as well. And when you come to wear it, you actually feel a little bit deflated, or your lifestyle doesn't dictate that it's the type of garment you'd reach for time and time again. And so it really does do wonders for you to take stock, take a moment, reset and realign. And so before we get on to defining our personal style, I just want you to consider the following questions. Do you have any duplicates in your wardrobe? Are you short of wardrobe basics? And what I mean by that are simple garments that, again, as creatives, I don't know if you relate to this, but we pick the exciting fabric, we pick the design details and the really interesting textures and all of these little things that almost make our design statement pieces. And unless you're a maximalist, and that's amazing as well, it can really overwhelm a garment and overwhelm a look. So basics speak volumes, because pairing a simple t-shirt with a statement trouser allows that trouser to sing without overwhelming the balance of the outfit. And again, as creatives, as home sewists, we might find basics boring, but don't let that be the case. You can absolutely incorporate these into your sewing plans, potentially as a quick win sewing project. When that sojo goes AWOL and you feel like you're in a little bit of a slump, then you can absolutely have basics in your sewing plan for times where you want to sew up something quickly and bank that quick win. So, depending where you live, you might also want to ask yourself if you have enough pieces for all seasons. Reverting back to my personal lifestyle, in Wales as well, in the UK, it rains. It rains a lot all year round. So I need to make sure that I have weather suitable attire, that I have pieces that I can layer as well. They don't all need to be really thick, heavy sweaters. I really just need to consider what I'll be using and when. And then, of course, are there any staple items or staple pieces missing? Now, again, we do deep dive into a wardrobe inventory over in the DPL Atelier, but these questions should give you a basic springboard to get started. And I would love to hear your results. So come and find me on social media at Digital Pattern Library to share what you get up to. Now, if there's one thing you should know about me, it is that I adore combining analytical, logical approaches with the kind of free spirit of creativity. And so once you've analyzed, it is now time to do what we love most, which is gathering inspiration, getting that kind of excitement and enthusiastic feel in your belly, light that fire underneath you and get the creativity cogs turning, because it's time to conduct a little bit of research and let your mind go as whimsical and as far afield as you like. So, tips for defining your personal style obviously include browsing things like Pinterest, Instagram for accounts that inspire you, magazine clippings, the latest from the runway, and just people watching. Why not have a little winter walk to your local cafe, support an independent business along the way, and just watch, have a little look at people around you, what they're wearing. I like kind of concocting backstories in my head. I sound like a stalker, very aware that this is sounding a little bit dodgy, but it really is a fun exercise to do if you commute on a bus every day. Just have a little look at the world around you and see where you can draw threads of inspiration. And once you've got that, you can start to create a mood board. And so whether you choose to have a physical experience where you print off images and you cut up textile swatches and you rip and you stick, I really find this such a fun exercise to do. Or similarly, if you prefer digital, you can create your own Pinterest board, you can put images that you like saved into a folder. Just get started gathering inspiration. It should really invoke some emotions in you. You should really relate to the pictures that you're seeing. You don't necessarily have to put your finger on why it's making you inspired, but as long as you're having that reaction to it, it is a good way to follow your gut. And once you've done that, you can then fold analysis back into it. So, do you like particular silhouettes? Are you drawn to more trend-driven pieces or timeless design? Are there particular fabrics that you like? Is it something more natural and breathable? Or do you like something unique and quirky? Now, of course, it is worth noting, sometimes we can fall into a trap of really admiring a fit and silhouette on one body type. And again, when we come to sew it up at the machine, it might not have the same success in terms of results because you might be dealing with a different body type. And this is something I cover in depth inside the DPL Atelier, but you just want to give consideration to what areas of your unique body you wish to balance and restore with proportionate choices. So, personally for me, as a quick overview of this, I am very broad in the shoulders, Therefore, a wide-legged trouser is my best friend because it restores that balance. If I'm broad up top, I'm trying to balance that out on the bottom as well. A skinny jean would just emphasize and highlight my broad shoulders. Similarly, if you are wider on the bottom proportionately, then you have the chance and the excitement to bring your eye to the top. You can do that through color, through exciting silhouette. You could have a nice little off-the-shoulder number, which would be horrendous for me. I was once told by a creative director, and I will not name the brand, that I had the shoulders of a man. So, that stuck with me. But it's also given me a superpower on how to dress myself. So following your mood board, following your analysis, you can write down a few journal prompts if you feel like that would help you. And you can say, what is it about this that I like? You can ask, what are recurring themes in your research images? And you can see how it might apply to you and your lifestyle. Please do not forget at every stage of this creative journey that you have to relay it back to your lifestyle. If you are doing the school run and you are predominantly looking at ball gowns with long trains, obviously there are impracticalities there that aren't going to align. And so you might end up sewing up these beautiful pieces and yet you seldom reach for them throughout the year. So just bear this in mind, always loop back. And of course, it's worth saying our style and our tastes and our preferences can absolutely evolve over time. If you looked at my wardrobe 10 years ago, there wouldn't be an ounce of color. So again, this is not the be all and end all, and you can absolutely rinse and repeat these techniques. And so once you have your mood board, you've considered your existing wardrobe, potentially you've spotted some gaps and some missing pieces, it is now time to plan your year of sewing by building a wardrobe blueprint. Now, we can start with seasons, or you can start with looking at the events in your calendar and potentially what outfits you'd like to create for the year ahead. We do have the 3-day design challenge coming up, kickstarting next week on Tuesday, the 7th of January, where we set a creative brief and I design real time alongside you. And this can really be a simple but powerful way to start adding those first few pieces to your wardrobe. You're going to learn some transferable skills across creating a mood board, visual research, turning your ideas into garment design, and of course, maximizing your creative potential through a scale and proportion exercise. It really is a very, very high value, fast-paced but beginner-friendly learning experience. Now, of course, you can absolutely use either a digital or physical planner, whether that is Google, iCal, or a notebook, or literally one of those wall planners that you have as well. They really can be an affordable option for you to just dedicate a certain area to planning your sewing projects. Now, inside the DPL Atelier, we work to a 4-month framework cycle in our premium tier, where we select one garment style at a time. And over the course of month 1 being fashion design, month 2 being pattern cutting, month 3 being fitting amendments, and month 4 being professional sewing techniques, we sustainably add pieces to our wardrobe that we love to wear. You might be a quicker sewer than that and want to kind of blast through your projects. And so whatever timeline you would like to set completely suits you as an individual. I always say that creative processes should be as unique as you are. But working back, you can either break the year down into quarters, you can do 2-week sprints, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, assessing what basic pieces are missing from your wardrobe, because many of us will have this as an issue. You can also slot these in as your quick win sewing projects, just for the moments where life gets in the way and our creative practice ebbs and flows. Of course, sometimes when the warmer months or the cooler months roll around, they can catch us off guard, and many of us might still be sewing summer dresses into winter. But if you can start to get ahead of your calendar, this is really going to set you up for sewing success so that you don't have to wait. And also, I just want to be honest with you, do as I say, not as I do, because I have a coat that I have been slowly chipping away at over the months that will probably be ready come the summer. But if I have my ducks in a row and I was a little bit more organized, taking these tips on board, then I'm going to make sure that as I create and add sustainable pieces to my wardrobe that I love to wear, I do so in a timely manner with the seasons in mind. And so, of course, with this being said, you can also focus on capsule wardrobes or wardrobes that focus on pieces that can be interchanged. You can focus on light and airy fabrics for the summer and cozy, thicker, warmer fabrics for the winter. If you wanted to deep dive into doing a wardrobe audit and understanding not only your unique figure proportions, but your unique color palette as well, that really lights you up and makes your complexion sing, then come and join the DPL Atelier, where we deep dive into seasonal color analysis, color theory, conducting a wardrobe inventory, whether that is manually or using apps, and lots more, so that you can start to build your dream wardrobe in a really friendly online environment with direct support from me. And so there we have it. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video to help you plan, design, and make your dream wardrobe in 2025. Step 1 is evaluating your current situation. Step 2 is all about defining your desired style. And step 3, of course, is planning your sewing roadmap for the year ahead. And what better way to kickstart that roadmap than with January's 3-day design challenge. So why not come and join me and many other like-minded creatives as we answer a design brief and I teach you industry standard design techniques that guarantee to unlock your inner fashion designer. There is no artistic skill required, no previous experience necessary, and you literally just need a pencil and a piece of paper. You do not have to stitch a thing. However, 3 lucky winners will be in with a chance of getting the perfect start to their new year with prizes up for grabs. So you could be in with a chance of winning one of 3 prizes from 2 PDF patterns donated from How to Do Fashion, 3 PDF patterns donated from Sew House 7, or 4 months inside the DPL Atelier Premium tier. Now, if that doesn't kickstart your dream wardrobe in 2025, I really don't know what will. So why not head on over and check out January's 3-day design challenge, which is kicking off on Tuesday the 7th. You can click the link down below to explore all of the things I have discussed in today's video, and make sure you let me know in the comments what is the first piece you plan to sew in 2025.